All right, friends, we're going to add our create button right here so that when we click create, we get a modal. It's blank, filled out with some defaults. We hit save and it adds it to the table. First thing I notice here is I forgot to push all these to the right. Notice how these are all kind of equally spaced apart. I think that looks pretty bad, especially with the edit thing. So let's just go ahead and do that really quick just to satisfy my desire here to make it look nice. So this first heading here, this title heading, we're going to give it a width of full. And that's going to try to take up the whole thing, and it's going to push everything over to the right. And I think that's a lot better, especially for this little edit button. All right, so we have our edit modal. Now I want to do a create button. And because of Livewire and because of the way that we've designed this, we can actually reuse everything. We can reuse that same modal. We can even reuse the editing model itself. And I'll show you how. Why did I hit save? I don't know. And I think you're going to like it. I think it's pretty cool. So first, let's add that button. We'll make this flex boxy. Class flex justify between. Okay. We'll add a new block here. I don't really care what width it is. And we're going to add a button, X button, make it primary. And the button value is going to be X icon dot plus. So a plus sign with the word new. And there we go. We have our search transactions and then we have our new button. Okay, so when we click the new button, we want to show that editing modal. So let's do wire click, and we could do it right in here like show edit modal, but we're going to do other fancy stuff. So we're going to have a create method, okay? And then, oh, did I put that on the icon? I did. Move that over here. Okay, great. Now we hit create, and I'm able to call method because create doesn't exist, does it? So let's create method, okay? And in here, we'll say show edit modal equals true. Okay, and now this actually works, like it kind of works, because if you recall, when we mount the component, we set editing to a blank dummy model, which works. So we can have our dummy model right there, and that's why it shows. But if we edit, get out of edit, and then go to create, it's just going to re-show the model. It's really, really dumb. So what we want to do is do like a reset here so that we reset it to a blank model. So check this out. We have edit, okay, and now we hit create, and now it reset it to that blank model, which is very nice. We should probably extract this into something. So maybe we'll create a quick method here. This will be make dummy, make blank transaction, okay? And then here we will dupe and dupe and dupe, and then the both places that we referenced it, we'll say this make, okay, and then down here we'll do that too. All right, so that's pretty good, sorta, but here's one kind of annoying thing. Maybe we should get to that annoying thing after I figure this out. Okay, so if we say, hey, yeah, amount of 500, and we hit save, status is required. Ah, so here's an interesting thing. Well, should we set status? Let's set a default status. So I'm glad we isolated this because now we can do this. Status equals processing, or maybe we want it to be success to start. So now we hit new, we save, we don't get the validation message there. The amount field is required. Okay, we want the amount field to be 500, and then the title we want to be, hey, yeah, you, I don't like your girlfriend. And then we hit save, and there it is. Bam, shows up right there. And because I guess, yeah, this falls I don't know why it's sorted. It's just sorted by ID or I don't even know why. Oh, it's sorted by status. So if we sort by most recent, there we go. We have, hey, yeah, you. And if we hit new, it resets it to a new blank one. We can say, hey there, yeah, face. I don't know, because we're weird. And then save, and there it is. Hey there, yeah, face. Great. So honestly, this is pretty much it. And that's pretty awesome, I think, because like literally we almost did nothing. We just show the edit thing and reset it, which is pretty cool. But I do know there's one improvement we can make. If we're typing in and we accidentally hit the escape key, oh, bummer. And then here it is. This is a classic UI thing. You're a user and you go, please, 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 when I hit new, oh man, it's gone. We don't want that. Well, first off, I want title to have a placeholder. So let's go down to that title field. Where's title? And we're gonna add a placeholder right here. Placeholder equals title, okay? Just so this looks a little bit more dandy. Hit new, placeholder, okay. We type in, we hit escape, and we redo that. Oh, our changes are lost. And if you think about it, we actually have the same problem with edit. If we edit something, we hit escape, we go back, it reset it. Pretty annoying. So how do we fix this? Well, if you think about it, right here and right here, we're overwriting editing with something either blank or fresh from the database. So if we wrap this in a conditional, we can potentially not override this. So check this out. If I comment this out and I hit new, type in, hit escape, hit new again, it all works perfectly well. So let's wrap this in a conditional. So we'll do this. If this editing get key, which basically means if it has a key, an ID, that means it's in the database. So we can safely say that we can re-wipe whatever this thing is, otherwise don't touch it. So if we do this, we'll put this on one line because we're crazy people. New, okay, escape, hit new, it all works, okay. Now we hit save. Mount field is required. We hit save, okay, there it is. And now if we hit new again, it wiped it. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Now we want sort of the equivalent for edit, so that as I type in, we hit escape and we retype edit or re-hit edit. So the equivalent there, let's grab this. Well, let's not even do that. We're gonna say if this editing is not transaction. So this is just a nice little helper. There's is and is not, where you can compare two models. So we can say if the currently edited model is not the new one being passed in, then override it. Otherwise, leave it alone so that we don't mess with those fields. So if I put something in here, hit escape and then hit edit, bam, it's preserved. These are the nice little touches, man. These are the touches that it's just going that extra mile, to make the experience really nice. And there's like a big difference between a really crude setup and something that, deeply handles all of these little UI cases and niceties. And my goal here is to cover all those things, because that's the thing about when you use, one of the benefits of using an off-the-shelf package like data tables is a lot of those niceties are covered for you, because there's years of GitHub issues of people submitting things and fixing things. When you roll your own, you run the risk of not doing that stuff, of missing a lot of those niceties. So I'm trying to address best of both worlds. So that's that, and that's our editing modal, and I don't think there's anything more to say. So thanks a lot, and I'm going to see you in the next video. We're going to talk about advanced filtering. It's going to get off the hook. We'll see you there.